And this is the thing, I know every time somebody bring you on, they got to talk about the 55-point game, right? But just the sheer magnitude of it. I think you had dropped like 30 like prior to that. Seventh NBA game, you got the Warriors in town. Steph was the seventh pick at that point. He wasn't playing quite as much as you were. Yeah. Did you have any extra motivation going on? We all seen the clip, obviously, hit him with the hezzy. Help, man down. Yeah. But was there any motivation to go up against him because he was the seventh pick and you felt like you were kind of disrespected by teams that didn't draft you maybe earlier?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't anything personal with him. Like my first game coming out, like I had 17.99, almost had a triple double. So like, and I think the motivation of me was Scott Skiles though. Like he, like because I wasn't going to start. Like, and he had to make a decision with me and Luke Renard. And
wow,
he had to tell Luke like, I'm gonna go with the youngin. And Luke being a great vet, he helped me out a whole lot that year. So that was just my confidence right there, having guys like Kurt Thomas and like Jerry Stackhouse in the locker room. So I had some good vets. Like I had some good vets in that rookie year. So that was the motivation. It wasn't against like anybody.
But you talk about Luke Ridnow, and a lot of people may not be familiar with that name, but
Oregon.
Killed it, Oregon.
Legend. Killing.
One of the coldest Caucasians.
White boy had a Jimmy and a handle.
They had the Luke, though, him and Luke Jackson, one of the coldest Caucasians in the game.
Yeah.
So I want to ask, when you came to that Milwaukee squad, obviously you fresh off of Italy, who was the vet that really showed you what it mean to be a pro?
Kurt Thomas.
Okay.
Yeah, Kurt, and I still talk to Kurt Thomas to this day. He was like, what's crazy? After that 55-point game, we was in the shower. He gave me a beer. Right? No,
love it.
Yeah, he gave me a beer and he was like, he said something. He was like, "Yo, don't think they love you. Like, you're gonna have to keep this going. Like, this ain't, you ain't did nothing yet. Like, this is just one game. Like, we're gonna see where you at later. But don't think they love you. Like, this is a business. This is a job. Like, as long as you out there, putting that thing in the hoop, they gonna say what, do whatever for you, but don't think they love you."
Everybody talks about that 55-point game, right? But for you, was that your best game, or was there another game where you feel like you played better?
I still like my first game, like ever, like the 17.99, like, because coming out almost having a triple double, like not knowing, like the nerves, like just your first game. So I think my first game, and then that 20-20 game I had in Detroit, like that run I had in Detroit before I tore my Achilles. That 17-game or 20-game span was like my best run, in my career. Ever.
When you got 55, it wasn't common. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like now it seemed like somebody dropping 40, 50 every night, somebody going crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like a crazy run right now as far as the scoring. Like, what do you think is behind that? Are the players just that good? People are talking about the defense, but I don't necessarily think it's that. But
I mean, I say it's the Steph. It's Steph. It's the the way Steph plays. Like the way Steph plays is the reason why a lot of guys are playing the way they're playing. It's getting buckets, like coming down, hitting threes, like Steph and Dame Lillard. I think is the reason why everybody's playing the way they're playing now.
Interesting. When you win for 55, as someone who's never gone for that amount ever. Even in my wildest dream, would I not?
People don't have the energy to get 55. That takes a lot of energy. You know what I mean?
Shape.
Right.
Too much to get 55. Were you looking at the scoreboard at all? Were you looking at the stat sheet in between? What?
I didn't know nothing.
Really?
I didn't really know anything. Really, like I knew when I came off, hit that bank shot. I knew I had 50 then, and I was like, yo, everything is going in. Like, I was like, I can't miss tonight. I remember though, after that 55-point game, the next morning I went to Denny's.
Real nigga.
Treat yourself for that.
He's like, I went to Denny's. I didn't go to I didn't go out to. I think we went out to eat after, but the next morning I just went and got Denny's and went back to the gym and worked.
Right on.
Nobody stopped you in Denny's like, I saw you drop the 50. You know what I'm saying?
No, I was just reading the paper with me in it.
That's a movie scene.
That's
different. Wow, right.
Talk about last summer, man. You have some controversial tweets. I'll just say that had the world buzzing. So you tweeted that you weren't really feeling the NBA becoming a players' league. Instead, that guys like CP3 and LeBron had helped kind of usher in that era, but also mentioned that they'd earned it, and there were some other guys who were doing the same shit, that didn't necessarily earn the right to be able to do that. So I wanted to know, how much do you blame the players for becoming a players' league versus how much do you blame terribly run organizations? We talk about this tank era. You got teams that deliberately try. I mean, you think about John Wall's experience with the Rockets. They're deliberately not playing them so they can try and get a draft pick. So when players do have a little power, it's like, man, fuck this. I'm not just going to sit here and deal with this shit. I want out. So how do you kind of, put that blame out there? Who deserves more of it?
I mean, I think we got to come to a common ground. Like, we got to come to a common ground. It's both. It's both sides. I mean, players are making a lot of money. They don't want to play. The franchises are making a lot of money. They trying to whatever. Like, they'll just keep But I mean, winning changes everything. But guys got to want to play too, though. Like guys just missing games. Everybody's just missing games. Like, you know, like taking my son to a game. I don't even know if the main player's going to play anymore. And it's like guys are just missing games, though. Like just missing a lot of games. And it's just like, all right, well, you know, everybody's fed up.
We saw that situation with Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
And the fan kid had flown like 4,000 miles. But Jimmy made good. Obviously got him tickets to another game.
Yeah.
So you feel like, guys, you're not a fan of this load management era?
No, because what is low management? Like the NBA's been going for years. So guys play 82 games. Guys play. Like if you want to play, you want to play. Just play basketball. Like all this, like low management. Oh, I can't. It's like, all right, well, do you want to play or not? Like that's my thing. Because like missing. I mean, if you're hurt, yes. Like I get it. If you can't go, yes. But just okay, well, I played 5 and 7 nights, and now I'm gonna just take off a week. Like what? Like nah. Like keep going. Like play. Like, I don't know. I just love to play basketball. So if I can go, I'm going to go.